Hi there, Tracy Nutton here. I'm sorry I'm really poorly as well today, but hopefully I'm going to be making this card for yourselves. I'm going to be using a range of Sweet Poppy Stencils products, including their beautiful new brushes, which are oh, they're just so soft and just so amazing. I'm going to be using the Jasmine stencil and the brick wall backplate, my favourite, which is the theme for this lovely inspiration day. I've got the bumblebee stamped, another favourite. I mean, literally, this is just a few of my favourite things. I'm going to be using Distress Ink Squeeze Lemonade, Victorian Velvet, and Tumbled Glass. As always, I'm going to start with a card base that measures 14 centimetres by 14 centimetres. It's 300 GSM cardstock. And let's get going. So to begin with, literally grab your magnetic sheet, pop it on, and then take your brick wall stencil. Now I'm going to pop this so it's sort of half over this edge, but definitely off here, because I'm going to just be creating an oval shape, so don't want any harsh lines down this side. Going to grab some low tack tape, which isn't covering any of the paper at all, but it will just secure the stencil on. There we go. Okay, and then we're straight in. So I'm usually starting with the yellow, which this time is the Squeeze Lemonade. Just load it up nice and gently. I love these are so dense, and when you put them onto the ink pad, you can feel them, just they're creamy and rich, and I love these. I absolutely love it. But wait until you see how gentle the colour is once applied. Look, no splodges. I absolutely love these. So I'm just creating some colour. I'm not worried about how much it goes over. I just don't want harsh lines. So now I'm going to get some Tumbled Glass again, just gently loading it up. But even when you dab it off, there's nothing there. It's all absorbed into this beautiful soft brush. And you can instantly see some colour. Oh, it's just, I love them. I'm not just saying that. They are absolutely, wait until you use them. So then I'm just going to, now just thinking about the shape. But again, very subtle, very subtle. I'll go back in with the yellow, blend that across, building that up now, creating that oval effect. There we go. Back in with that blue, put a bit more blue down here. Blue here. Just looking to see lovely yellow here. And just blending that back through. Now the colours that I've chosen are almost primary colours, so even when they blend, they'll just create a rainbow as opposed to mud. Just a little bit more yellow. There we go, that's a bit better. Just want it really nice and soft. Let's have a quick look. Hopefully. Oh, that's lovely. Look at that, nice and soft. Now, if you don't like the fact that this goes all the way to the edge, that's fine. Just tip it to the side and just round your edges off. Just give it a gentle, there you go. Just take a bit more of this off here, and it will slowly just take it back. Don't rub hard, just nice and soft. There we go. And the fact that I went over here more than I'd have liked, just gently. There you go. take your time. There's no point in masking it off because otherwise you'll just end up with really harsh edges. But just take your time just to take that back. Just don't want it quite touching that edge. There we go. Softens it and it just fades out. There we go. So I've got a sort of circular kind of look here. Love that. Okay, now I'm going to grab my magnetic sheet again. Sorry if I'm a bit off today. I just don't even know whether I'm coming or going. Then I'm going to grab the Jasmine stencil and I'm going to think about where I'd like it. Now on my original card you can see that one of them goes that way and then I flipped it over and the other one went that way, so I will have to wash my stencil in between. This one was slightly lower and I did it so that all of it is on. So let's take this one slightly lower here and I'm going to just mask off that leaf. So let's take this one off. Here we go, taped off, and then I'm just going to make sure that I cover my work. You could do any colour on your background. Sort of think about the colourways that you like. Okay, now we're going to go in with the black. Now for the black I usually use the VersaFine Clear Nocturne. Love that. Let's move these out of the way. Ink up. Just loading that brush up. And then what you will notice is before I've gone off and got one of these, there we go, the sponge applicator, just to do the base colour and just build it up. But these are so good that I don't even need to with these ones. These literally build it up as you go on. And the good thing I did notice is I've also got these in different, so they come in 3 different sizes. And this one is just perfect for just going in and doing the tips. So just bring it back in off the edge. So dab onto your stencil so that you're not pushing it through. And then the little centre points and all of the little bits and pieces here. So again, dab it and then just take your time. And then you will work your way down your stems, making sure that you're getting all of that lovely detail on the leaves even, sorry. And then just work my way out and then go back to your big one and just finish off that flower. How lovely and quick is that coverage? It's beautiful. These are an absolute game changer as far as I'm concerned. And you know, you'd seen me before, grab this, grab that, pounce on this, grab the sponge. Literally, coverage is perfect, and that is done. So I'm going to go and wash my stencil and then I shall be back. Okay, I'm back with my stencil all nice and clean. This time I would like the stencil to come further up, and I'm just looking because I don't really want it to overlap. So I'm just trying to position it into a place where it's not overlapping the previous one, and this one I can just cover using some low tack tape. So I've just literally taken my stencil to the sink, laid it flat in the bottom, soft nail brush, giving it a quick gentle brush. And now I'm just masking off an area. Don't want it to cover that part, so I'm just going to snip that bit off. There we go. That leaf is now covered, and now I'm going to just protect the work underneath. So this is quite a quick card. hard today, which is probably quite good actually, considering I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. But hey, grateful for each day. So happy to be able to be doing this for you guys as well. So now we're back in with the black again. So again, my VersaFine Clair Nocturne is my go-to. Just a little bit of paper there and loading it up, and then again just a gentle pounce and just brush. You'll see that I'll tend to just sweep inwards because I don't want it to bleed out. Just going to make sure that I cover the rest of that because I'm a bit of a mucky pup, and don't always pay attention when you're not feeling yourself, so just in case. But again, look at that coverage. I mean, literally just from a brush, it's just, oh, I'm still in awe of these brushes. They are brilliant. So right, find my little one and then just go in and do those extra fine bits. Not pushing, just gentle, gentle, gentle swirls. Another one there, and down the vine, lovely, down that stem, sorry. And then back in with this large one again. I mean, how quick is this? And a lot less waste because they just swirl the ink back on from being off the stencil to just going back onto your work, and it just builds it up nice and gently. I've got a little tiny bit on here that I'd just like to make sure is covered. There's tips. And then praying to the ink gods that it doesn't bleed underneath today. We slowly peel this off, making sure I don't have any on my fingers. And then lift work, bend magnetic sheet and just lift that off. Look at that. And I must admit, when I was using these, I have to say, I still panicked that it was going to, even though I was gentle, it was still going to push that ink underneath. So now for the next part. Where's my bees gone? There we go. Got a lovely bee. Just thinking about where I want that, and I've also got my sentiment which says thanks. So let's take that, and that's from the Beautiful Day set. So just taking the thanks off. Now I don't know whether to be brave. I'm not going to be brave. I'm going to get my stamp press. Things never work out on the days that you're not feeling yourself. So I'm just going to do this first. Pick this up, open up the stamp press. Just pop this in here. Won't take long. Okay, let's secure it down. Acetate down. Working out where I'd like that. So I'm just going to tuck it in down this corner. Let's move this over so you can see it. Working it out just roughly. There we go. Down, up, and acetate off. Again, same as before. VersaFine Clair Nocturne. Gently building up on that stamp. And I am literally just going to pop that down there just to make sure it doesn't move. There we go. Give it a quick press down. I probably could have inked that up on its own, but I'm such a chicken today. There we go. Perfect. So all there is to do now is just to add our little bee. So let's move this out of the way. Acetate on. Then I can wash that up in a little while. Pop that there. Okay, back in with our work. So I'm not going to worry about stamp press for my bee. I'm just making sure I've got the right one. So I want the bee to be heading towards the flower. I try and work out, if I put the bee here, it's too close and then you've got too much white space here. So what I try to do is I try to find a place that just spreads out the artwork and the interest on the page. And some people might think, oh, I'll do two, you know, you could put one up there and one down there, but I think it will overload. I like white space, I like colour, I like it feeling nice and airy. So thinking gentle. See, on the last one I put it down there. Oh, decisions. I think I'm going to be brave and put it up here. It's down now, staying there now. The best way to find out whether you like something or not, use the acetate sheet, take a photo of it. Photo will tell you whether it will work or not. So if I wasn't sure, what I could have done was use this acetate sheet, and I mean my little one's disappearing a little bit now, but if I was to chop this in half, this isn't the stamp by the way, this is just the acetate sheet, but chop it in half, and if I do that, you can see it looks nice, but I think it's too busy, and that's when I know I don't need it. So you definitely don't want two bees. Doesn't work. You can see the composition isn't as well, so that's why I just thought one bee, perfect. But just have a play around, and literally taking a photo always gives you a really good vision of whether something's going to work or not. So let's pop that out of the way, move my scissors back over there. Okay, so we've more or less finished the card now. All it needs doing is backing. So I've got a beautiful card base prepped already. I've got my layers on to try and save you a bit of time, but we've got a 7" by 7" card base, 300 GSM, nice, not overly thick but nice. Then we've got the base layer over here is 16.5 centimeters by 16.5. Then the next layer here is 16. Then this will be backed onto a piece of black cardstock, which measures, she says, if I get it ready, 14.5 by 14.5. Sorry, I didn't prep one, which I usually do. There we go. So let's take this off and put this here. And it should sit beautifully in there. Here we go, as you can see. Sometimes I just take a slither off, depends on how I'm feeling. So let's grab our glue. Being bold and brave today, just going for it. There we go, flip it over. And I'm going to line it up on this edge over here, because I would like a thin border today. So all I'm making sure is this and this are straight, and then I can just take a slither off of the others. I'm going around the edges, trying to avoid the black so that I don't put my finger in it and squidge it around the outside. Now I'm just going to grab my guillotine. Okay, again, being very careful not to put my fingers in it. Just going to take a little bit off, maybe a little bit more. Okay, and then slide this side in and do the same this side. The idea is you take a little bit at a time and just work it out. So then I normally put it against the plain background, which is the wall, and I can see if it's about right. Let's move these slithers out of the way, bring the card base back in, and then we are literally just going to mat it up, so turn it over. Hope you've enjoyed my tutorial today. It was a quick one, as I say. I tried to keep it as quick as I could, but you guys know how I, if you look at any of the other videos that we've already done, you can see how I normally mat and layer anyway. Again, just from the top, using my eye and just smoothing that down. and then all I do is I tend to just turn it over. I mean, this is cleaners, and then just give it a bit of a smooth. But no, thank you for joining me today. Hope you give it a go, and maybe choose some different stencils, maybe choose a different background. The new tile one's lovely, that would work really well on this. It's almost like a trellis effect, that would look lovely actually. And some of the new flowers, the dahlias on this would look really lovely as well. But as you can see, there's my original, and there's the one that I've just done. The only thing I haven't done of yet is to grab a yellow pencil and just colour my bee in. And there you have it, card is finished. So I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial today. Thank you for joining me, and look after yourselves, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye for now.